I'm Gory B Movie.
I'm Danny Knightmare.
And we're horror addicts.
Today, we're reviewing Slender. You don't get a big fancy intro, and yeah, we're dressed up like superheroes because, we're in our PJs and we're gonna phone this one in. Spoiler alert, this movie does too.
Directed by, written by, and starring Joel Petrie.
Sounds like he was hard at work. Sounds like.
There were other people involved, but really, the fewer people we blame for this one, the better.
So we got two guys. We're making a documentary about wanting to make a documentary until they really come up with an idea. They meet a crazy lady on a bus ranting about how her kids have been abducted. And well, they get very interested in the story and decide to document that. However, she kind of changes her mind and doesn't really want to admit that she thinks a slender being has taken her children anymore. So what do? Oh, do they drop the documentary? No. Now they're gonna turn it into a vicious prank, where they're gonna call her up about a year later and tell her they have crucial news and a lead to where her children disappeared to, only to surprise her in the middle of the night at some school dressed as a giant Slender Man and scare the shit out of her. That's messed up.
So, we're gonna give you the good, we're gonna give you the bad, and we're gonna give you the gory. One thing I did really like is I love it in movies where there are things going on in the background. And there's a lot of that in this film. Particularly there's a Skype scene. If you pay attention to the backgrounds for each of the characters, there's a lot of cool little things in there that you might miss the first time through.
There's one scene in this movie that just really doesn't fit with the rest of it. They're interviewing a police officer about his dead partner, and there's some footage from his squad car where he is attacked by what you can only assume is a Slender Man. That was generally pretty creepy, and that whole interview seemed professional. And when the prank gets going, it starts off like it's gonna be good. Millie shows up, you're feeling really bad for her, but then the lights go out and there's a scream, and I was genuinely a little creeped out there for a second. Well, this movie was captured on mobile phones.
They're really trying to be unique here with the found footage concept. I mean, we've all seen found footage. I think they're trying to take it that step further and be like, here's mobile phone footage, but we're gonna keep it in the dimensions of a mobile phone.
Giving you a narrow rectangle of the vision with blurry visions to the sides to fill the screen. I was nauseated from watching so much bad footage.
Sometimes they place the mobile phone footage over the camcorder footage, and it's very hard to look at. These guys are supposed to be documentary filmmakers. They talk at length about lighting and all these things they need to make a good-looking film, but this film is not a good-looking film. There are places where it's out of focus, where the coloring is really bizarre, and that could be a bit of, I think they're supposed to imply that the Slender Man was affecting the footage, but some of it I think was just hack work.
I don't know if it was supposed to be intentional, but white balance. Come on, guys. Gory, come over there. She'll fix you up.
There's also the standard problems that come with a found footage film. I get these guys want to make a documentary, but why are they filming themselves coming up with a documentary idea? Why are they filming their arguments and, just hanging out before they've even begun their documentary?
As we said earlier, there's the police scene, and that seemed like it was professionally filmed and edited, while 80% of the rest of the movie is not, and it's just really bad. You go back to that after getting some hope with some good.
And then you have the prank itself, which is so mean-spirited. And at that point, I think anyone's willing to just turn their backs on those characters and give up on them. I mean, you want to see them die. You want to see them, get some kind of comeuppance. And I hate to give you guys spoilers, but seriously, you're not gonna see it. You're not gonna get to see that payoff you want. And a movie called Slender that does not have the Slender Man in it, that's disappointing.
One of them dresses up like a Slender Man, but that doesn't count.
There is no gore in this movie, and I'm not just speaking from a horror fan, like, oh, I wanted buckets of blood, and I only got cups of blood. No, there is no blood You see a little bit of supernatural phenomenon, but it's not enough to carry this film as a horror movie. So should you see this movie?
I don't think so. I was looking forward to seeing this movie. I was more entertained just thinking about other things about Slender Man that I've seen before as I was watching this, hoping that it would get to something good. But it never did.
There aren't a lot of Slender Man movies out there to choose from, but check out Always Watching the Marble Hornet Story. That one came out last year in 2015. It's not the best movie ever, but it has some genuinely creepy parts to it, and it's certainly a better watch than Slender. Cut! Hey guys, thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and send up that bat signal.
And leave us a comment. Let us know what your favorite movies are that are based on creepypastas. Is there a Slender Man movie you really enjoy? Has there even been a Jeff the Killer movie? Leave us a comment and let us know.